سلام بچها، اومدیم با یه بازی جدید به اسم اتوپسی سیمولیتور یا همون کالبد شکافی سیمولیتور کالبد شکافی دوست. میبارم که کالبد خودمون نشکافن امشب. خاموش شد.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up. Now, I just have to get everything in frame. This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
که من اینو ضبط میکنم برای کسایی که دارن چی بهش میگن، کسایی که دارن این درسشو میخونن و فلان اینا. بعد میگه که برای اونایی که قبلا اتوپسی کردن، یعنی کالبد شکافی کردن، ببینن، و اونایی که نکردن پیشنهاد من اینه که بعد از غذا نبینن. Take a look at the chalkboard, you know? What is this? Chalkboard اینه بچه.
Let's start.
که مرحله اول ترسیوده what is important in this process. میگه که به اون استودنت ها بگو که چه چیزی مهمه الان تو این موقعیت، تو این مرحله. فکر کنم خب یک ماسک و
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
میگه که ماسک و اینا بزنین، یعنی اگر چیزی تیزی بود و فلان اینا ممکنه آسیب ببینین و اینجور چیزا. داره توضیح میده که چی کار کنن برای اونایی که بلد نیستن.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time.
خب میگه که توی سمت راست جسد واسین و مطمئن باشین که همه لوازماتون سر جاشه که لازم نباشه 2 ساعت دنبالش بگردین.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
میگه که چیزایی که میبینین رو بنویسین.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself. Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
پلیس فولدر کجاست بچه؟ اینجاست. اوکی، پلیس چی گفته؟ اینا هر کدوم اسمش یه چیزه.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
یه که هوملس بوده. فکر کنم گفتش که چند سال هوملس بوده و دوباره نمیگه.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
فکر کنم زمانی مرده یا این جایی که کار میکرده است. فکر کنم میگه که التماس، فکر کنم گفت جایی که کار میکنه است احتمالاً توی پمپ بنزین التماس بقیه رو میکرده که ماشیناشونو شیشه هاشونو تمیز کنه.
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
جسدش هم توی شیفت صبح پیدا کردن.
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
میگه که زنش طلاق گرفته ازش به خاطر مست کردن زیاد و دعوا کردن از کارش اخراج شده.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket.
اوکی، میگه که کنار جسدش هم کلی شیشه های مشروب خالی کرده. میگه همش همینه. این توضیحاتشو نمیتونه دوباره بگه که اشکی میگفت دوباره.
It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
خب میگه که این بهتره که قبل از اینکه این کارتون رو انجام بدین یا هنگامی که دارین کارتون رو انجام میدین بدونین قبلش چه اتفاقی براش افتاده. اوکی، گفتش که الان یه چیز پروتکتیو گلوفز دستم کنم.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere.
قبلش یه عکسی بگیریم، بعد میگه که کامرا رو نمیدونم کجا گذاشتم و میگه یک جایی هست. میگه فوتو کامرا from the desk to over که اینجا نیست، نه جایی نیست.
Aha! There you are. I knew it was here somewhere.
Okay.
As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
میگه که فول بادی یک دونه بگیر. فول بادی.
Voila! Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, میگه بگرد دنبال فکر کنم چیزایی که براش اتفاق افتاد. یا من نقاط رو بدنش که مثلا زخم و فلان اینا. میگه که زاویه مختلف رو امتحان کنین و اینجور چیزا. همین یکیش اینه. نمیگیره؟ او نمیگیره. این باید سفید باشه. کف پاهاش سیاه.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
او میگه که به خاطر اینکه کفشش کوتاه بوده. اوکی، این یکی چرا زانوش نگرفت؟ او سرش زخمه. زوم کنم.
That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
که امتحان داشته که این دمیج داده باشه به مغزش رو ضرب داده باشه. خب اینم پهلوش زخمه. من اسکرول موسم خرابه دوست عزیز.
The boiler-healed wound looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
دیگه احتمالاً قدیمیه زخمه. خب دیگه کجا؟ این چرا از زانوش نمیگیره؟ چرا اصلا درست؟ این چیه خوب؟ چی داره که ها کبودی است؟
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work and frostbite.
Frostbite چیه؟ نفهمیدم. متوجه نشدم.
In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
امیر قبل از این که این کار انجام بدیم بهتره که یک سری چیزها رو بنویسم، یک سری داده ها رو من یادداشت کنم همونجوری که اینجا گفته بود. خب این فوتوز یه فوتو بود اینجا. عکس رو اینجا گذاشتیم که داده performed autopsy.
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass. Okay.
Which spot first? I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
فقط یک چیزی این اون بازی است که یهو ترسا میشه یا نه؟ امیدوارم اون نباشه.
It looks like a burn mark, no doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
That painful. Okay, that's...
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Okay.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Notes. Okay.
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. So...
Accident? No.
We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite. If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it. The head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. This is of no interest to us. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol,
یخ زده.
I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Put down the glue and continue the autopsy.
We still have one thing left from the basics, rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis. معاینه دقیق چی می‌بینم؟
Well, we take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it,
چیکار کنم؟ The fuck?
now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
به خاطر الکل دستش. چیکار کنم؟
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
سا اره
The cut is made from ear to ear.
زیاد بکنم چی میشه
After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull. After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section. Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Leave the body. Exit. باید cutting board. خب
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us. So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Okay.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well. Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
آها این دلایلی که possible disc causes یه دلایلی که ممکن بوده بمیره افتادن نبوده به خاطر اینکه مغزش ضرب ندیده. اوکی اکشن همچنان هست. خب
I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Select the scalpel and begin cutting. Scalpel کدومه؟
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs. and to penetrate the abdominal wall. Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin.
With the empty hand, feel like this. Shit, حاجی shit. قشنگ نبرید حاجی. قشنگ چیکار کنم؟ With the empty hand, peel back the skin.
Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Select the looper and then remove ribs. Okay.
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway. After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
ریه‌هاش بچه‌ها خاطر اینکه زیاد میکشیده اینجوری شده. ببین تو دست خالیه.
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Okay. Lungs. چیکار کنم؟ این برده داره اصلا خوب میکنه. که میگه ریاش ربطی به مرگش نداشت.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples.
Sample. از مثانه select the syringe and obtain 3 samples for the toxicology testing.
Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder. I'm interested to see the concentration of alcohol in the body. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Now from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings.
Okay.
Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
یه سمبولا رو office with the value to یه از آفیس نوتبوک رو بردار و احتمالا نوتبوکش کنه.
They definitely pay me too little for this. This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime. Let's get back to the examination. We put all of the samples into the rotor. Now we set the appropriate time and speed.
چقدر باید تایم و اسپیدش باشه؟ نگفت تایمشو. بک اف بزن. نفهمیدم که بوست دیدم رساد میکسی. همینجوری بزنم دیگه. نوتبوکه رو چرا باز نمی‌کنم؟ رو شاید باید نوتس تایم 15 می اسمیدم و 70%. پیپتی چیه؟ 70% 15 میدونم.
Okay, let's roll. Oh shit, the fuses again.
بچها فکر کنم شروع شد. فیوز داره میزنه. فیوز کجاست؟
Where were we? Oh yes, the blood alcohol concentration.
تموم شد.
Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all. Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
هارتش اوکی، قلبش اوکی، هیچ مشکلی با هیچ ربطی به چیزش نداشته، مرگش نداشته.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, and as expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out. We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
فردا طول میکشه من میخوام اینو رد کنم. بزنم بیرون چی میشه؟ هیچی نمیشه. چرا من چشم اینجوری میشه؟
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents. There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
خفگی بر اثر گاز فکر کنم، به خاطر اینکه کلی گاز تو این چیزش پیدا کرد. بعد عرضم به حضورت که میگفتش که کلی گاز پیدا کرد و خلاصه آره دیگه میگه که ممکن خفگی باشه. خب
At first glance, the trachea looks normal.
دیگه میش که اوه چی چربی چیه که اوجی.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
این سری کنم روی چیز دیگه.
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing. Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
به خاطر خفگی مرده و یه چیزی خورده و از هوش رفته تو گلوش مثل بعد از نوشیدن زیاد مشروبات الکلی از حال رفت. بعد از نوشیدن زیاد مشروبات الکلی از حال رفته و افتاده رو زمین و اونجوری باعث شده که خفه بشه و مرده. اوکی. accident, suicide, homemade accident.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now the mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up. For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps. And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do. Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
جسد خداحافظی میکنیم و سیکشو میزنیم. سیش دیر بابا.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
چی گفت هده؟ to your car in the parking lot. یالا بریم خونم.
Uncle Stephen, I don't feel like drinking alone today.
درخواستم ببندم. حالا میخوایم بریم درینک کنیم. خب دیدیم what the fuck. گفتم بچه‌ها بازیش ترسناکه نگفتم. بازده چه ترسیدم. چیه؟ What the fuck? اسکلت چیه؟ اوه سرش سر همون یارو نبود؟ چه بلشتیه؟ شاید به خاطر چیز دیگه نمیدونم. اصلا ترسات نیست یا بازی کسی همین داشتون سلطان چیزه، سلطان کالبوشیکوفی تو کامنت ها لطفا.
Forgive me.
The fuck. گفتم این همونه یه کالبوشیکوفیشون کرده.
What? Christ.
گفتم بازی
What a
همین
dream. Fuck.
سلام دوباره بچه‌ها. میخواستم این وسط یه توضیح دوباره بهتون بدم. بچه‌ها از اونجایی که این بازی این تایمی که من الان کات کردم 4 ساعت میشه، میخواستم یه توضیح سریع بهتون بدم. نفر دومی که پیش ما میارن که کالبورد چکافیش کنین که الان میبینینش، ایشون یه سوپر استاری بوده، یک کس معروفی بوده. از روی معروفیت کمخوابی میاد، استرس و حمله قلبی بعضی اوقات و فلان اینا. این مهم نیست، این خودکشی کرده بود. خب که مهم نیست. برای چی اینا رو میگم؟ به خاطر اینکه اینا هر کدومش به یک دلایلی داره به خودمون. به خاطر اینکه ایشون قرص زیاد میخورده، یادش میرفته قرص خورده دوباره میخورده. ما هم تو بازی همینجوری بودیم. نفر دوم یک هفته توی یک چاهی میفته و به صورت تصادفی و هیچ کسی چیزی نمیگه و بله چیز مهمی نبود. یعنی اصلا این جسدها هیچ ربطی به داستان اصلی ما نداشت. میرسیم به این سوم. این سوم یک زندانی بوده. یک زندانی بوده که اگر دقت کنین ببینین که دادن به تمساح بخورنش، این رد زخمش هست. خب این که هیچ. و نفر چهارم سوخته تو یک خونه ای. یعنی میگم این جسدها هیچ ربطی به اصل داستان ندارن، یعنی فقط وقت بازی رو الکی پر کرده بودن و خیلی واقعا من ناراحت شدم سر این قضیه، چون چرت و پرت محض بود. ولی نفر چهارم این آقا زنش از دست داده. اگر تا الان نفهمیدین، زنش از دست داده. شبیه این جسد است ولی خودش نیست. خب شبیه اینه. بعد حالا شما متوجه میشین کم کم که
I will check the UV lamp whether Amber's body. There are some clues. Cases like strong and clear traces. Alice, you know that I would never.
fuck. بدنشون
Jack, breathe. It's just... Pull yourself together.
اوه بازم آرز خوردیم. رب بخور بمیری بازی تمام شد. شیرم سومش هم نخورد. رب بخور. مشروبم خود بیمیری.
Cases like these can be extremely disturbing. Well, we left some traces. You can see there are traces around the hickeys. Most likely saliva. More traces of the dramatic fight for survival. The perpetrator was obviously looking for an opportunity to fulfill his paraphilia. Oh, Christ. The police will have plenty to do. If I can find my hard drive, I could just take an X-ray. I'll move these tables away. Make room for the X-ray machine. Maybe Dorothy should take over for me today. I keep wandering off in my thoughts.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck! What's going on here? Have I lost my mind? I must have gone crazy. Oh, here it is. Huh? Oh, I think I'm just tired. Okay. I thought for sure this old thing would have tripped the breaker. All right. I just need to take the hard drive to the lab. I'll print the image and I need to check the frontal bone, crystal galley, aneurysm, internal auditory canals, Alice, and now I can print it. It looks like a good why can't I see the wound? I need to look at this in the light box. Strange. Let there be light. Damn. I knew this luck wouldn't last. I almost believed that this would go off without a hitch tonight. Off to the storage room I go. These flickering lights would drive anyone over the edge. And now it's all broken. Great. Fuck. Don't you wish? I'll need the flashlight and to find Ridley for help.
Okay. What the fuck?
What? There's a surprise. Why is it that whenever I need Ridley for something, he magically disappears into the ether? Oh my god. Oh, alright. What now? I'll start the generator in the shed. Maybe it's been left unlocked. For once, Ridley's carelessness will be useful. It's getting cold. It must have rained earlier. And it looks like it won't be as simple as I hoped. Great. And the keeper of the keys has left his post. God, I haven't even started the dissection yet. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a hammer. I don't have the time or the strength. Jesus. I'm feeling dizzy. Oh, I'm exhausted. God damn it. It's actually holding up. Well. Something new in this shithole. God, something's missing here. Something oh no.
خیلی بازی کوچولو.
This will work. All right. Now, just to crank it up. Something wrong? Great, it started. Not for long. Oh man. Maybe it's low on fuel? Empty. Empty. Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden, though. Empty. Just nothing inside.
What the fuck?
How did it end up here? Finally. I'll just start this thing and call Dorothy. I think I've had enough. I shouldn't even be here. Not today.
بریز دیگه بابا. ساعت 5 صبح 4 ساعت 40 دقیقه سلام بازی.
I guess that's nice. I'm not used to this, but
یا میسوزونه
What just
یا اینکه
happened?
میگه بخوره
What the fuck? Who tied me up?
It's only for a moment. Sorry, man.
Steven?
What the fuck؟
What the fuck?
میون این حرفا باید بگم که استیون داداش زنمون بوده، یعنی آره. بعد عرضم به حضورتون که و دوست ما بوده، پلیس بوده و ما ازش کمک میخواستیم و اینا که یهو ما رو دستگیر میکنن که و ما اونجا متوجه میشیم که تقصیر کار کیه.
What the fuck do you mean?
I think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't understand. Steven, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You and your moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But...
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just one fucking second? To me, you are just a murderer.
What?
What? Knocked down? You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about! Steven!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead,
What the fuck?
I knew it was you. Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Who are you trying to fool? For God's sakes, you're a doctor!
Steven, no. It doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed! I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this making any sense yet? Threats? A ring? Photos? Red Pete on the loose? He died in that accident, by the way.
You sick fuck!
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much. Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down, that you'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a filthy lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right. Okay. I lied, but hear me out. We had an argument that day. Worse than usual. I was drunk. And I was angry. There was a fight. I pushed her against the wall. She hit her head and she fell. Yes. Just like that. Limp and lifeless. I panicked. I thought, I don't know. I didn't think at all. I was afraid I had caused it. That someone will accuse me. That it'll be the end of my career. When I called an ambulance, it was too late. Way too late.
It wasn't an accident.
And then I lied. I said that's how I found her. That I wasn't there with her. And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist at all. Since that day.
Fuck, here we go again. Even now. Even now, you have the nerve to lie.
Steven, I'm sorry. I suffered too.
It wasn't an accident. You understand now? Someone has to pay for this.
What's going on here? Steven, drop the gun.
It's none of your business, Sean. Leave and forget you saw anything.
Steve, you know I can't do that.
Mr. Ridley, please, run!
Shut up!
You know I'll shoot if I have to.
Well, in that case, that makes two of us.
What the fuck.
Stephen, no!
کیرم تو این گیم تخمیتون ما رو گایدین 4 ساعت 5 ساعت ما رو گایدین از آخرش هم اینجوری کسشیر تمام شد. چی الان؟ worst game ever. اصلا اینو بازی نکنین بچه‌ها، اصلا این فقط وقت تلف کردن. من که رشته‌تون کار با چه کافی همچین چیزی باشه. What the fuck. ای خدا، این همه زحمت بکش بازی کن، آخرش هم که هیچی کسشیرترین داستان ممکن. مرسی که بچه ها این بازی رو نگاه کردین. حتما میدونم خوشتون نیومد ولی یه لایک بکنید، دست شما در نکنید. اگه خواستین کامنت چیزی هم بذارید و مرسی که این گیم تخمی با من نگاه کردین. تا ویدیو بعدی میبینمتون.